The world's 5 most popular criminals. Some names make the world stop and listen. Names that send chills down your spine. Ted Bundy, Pablo Escobar, Jack the Ripper, Charles Manson, El Chapo. 5 criminals whose stories became legends of evil, written in fear, blood, and obsession. Before we dive into the shocking stories of the world's 5 most notorious criminals, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, click the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss our next deep dive into real-life mysteries and crimes. Go on, hit subscribe right now. Now, let's uncover the world's darkest minds. Number 1. Ted Bundy, the perfect monster. Charming, handsome, and intelligent. He fooled everyone: friends, family, even police. He pretended to be kind, but deep down, he was a cold-blooded killer. He murdered dozens of young women in the 1970s across America, often luring them in by pretending to be injured or needing help. When police finally caught him, he smiled for the cameras, as if he enjoyed the fame. Even in death, Ted Bundy's name remains one of the most feared in history. Number 2, then there's Pablo Escobar, the king of cocaine. From the slums of Colombia, he built an empire so big that he made billions of dollars every year. He wasn't just a drug lord. He was a businessman, a killer, and a politician. At one point, Escobar was responsible for 80% of the world's cocaine trade. He bombed planes, killed judges, and bribed entire governments. People in his hometown called him Robin Hood because he gave money to the poor. But behind that generosity was a man responsible for tens of thousands of deaths. In 1993, his empire fell, and Pablo Escobar died on a rooftop in Medellin after one final gunfight with the police. Number 3. Jack the Ripper, a ghost from the 1800s. He murdered women in the dark alleys of London, leaving their bodies mutilated beyond recognition. The world had never seen crime so brutal. And the most terrifying part? He was never caught. No one knew his face, his name, or his reason. He wrote letters to the police, mocking them. Even after more than a century, his identity remains one of history's greatest mysteries. Jack the Ripper wasn't just a killer. He was fear itself. Number 4. Charles Manson, the man who turned peace into chaos. He called himself a prophet, gathering followers who would do anything he asked. In 1969, his cult committed one of the most shocking crimes in American history: the brutal murder of actress Sharon Tate and several others. Manson never killed anyone himself, but his words turned innocent people into murderers. He believed he was starting a race war, something he called helter-skelter. When the police finally arrested him, he smiled and carved a symbol into his forehead. To this day, Charles Manson remains the symbol of brainwashing and madness. And finally, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, a small man with a big empire. Born into poverty in Mexico, El Chapo rose to power through drugs, violence, and fear. He became one of the most powerful drug lords in the world, running the Sinaloa cartel. He built tunnels under borders, bribed police, and escaped from prison, not once, but twice. For years, the world couldn't touch him. He was like a ghost, rich, invisible, and untouchable. But in 2016, after years on the run, he was finally caught for the last time. Number 5. Today, El Chapo sits in a maximum security prison in the United States, but his empire still haunts the world. 5 criminals, 5 different stories, each driven by power, fame, money, or madness. And all of them left behind a legacy that still chills the world today. They remind us that evil doesn't have one face. Sometimes it wears a smile. Sometimes it hides in power. Sometimes it believes it's doing the right thing. But in the end, it always leaves the same mark: destruction. If you found this story shocking and eye-opening, make sure you hit the subscribe button right now and turn on all notifications so you never miss another deep look into the world's darkest crimes. Now, what do you think? Who among these 5 do you believe was the most dangerous of all? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Stay curious, stay safe, and see you in the next mystery.